All the cycles.
Podcast. Spelled backwards.
Leap. Dumb. Leap. Dumb. Leap. Dumb.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Is it coming in the air tonight? It is a brand new cycle of America's Next Top Model. Finally, we're going to find out where the boys are at.
Where are the boys at?
My name is Hannah Jane Ginsburg. And wait a second. I want to know who has a boyfriend.
I'm JDB Crumpet. We have some interesting people who have not had homes, and you are another one of them.
And I'm Lex Basile Bryson. I see skinny, I see thick, I see tall, I see short. I see men.
We are here today to discuss Cycle 20. We're in our 2 era.
Oh my gosh. I was about to say double digits. That's been a while.
Episode 1, Part 1, Meet the Guys and Girls of Cycle 20, or as I've renamed it, the guy who wears manic pixie dream shoes.
And if you are a manic pixie dream person, you can go to anchor.fm/podleadum. I think that still works. Otherwise, it's more complicated. It's podcast.spotify.com/pod/show/podleadum. But there's a little button where you can be part of the Leadum Pod and support us. Or join the Discord. We got preview clips there. We got polls.
Yeah, we do.
And we got all sorts of wonderful people.
We have so many people chatting in the Discord about, because we did a poll a little, if you'll take yourself back, see if you don't flashback yourself to the poll that we did in our most previous episode that you've listened to, dear listener. And this cycle 20, was one that people were least looking forward to our covering, but most looking forward to us healing, sort of. Kind of like with college, people are like, you made college palatable, which is a very kind thing to say, because this is a cycle that I can definitely see how if you just watched it and didn't get to joke about it, difficult to get through. Yeah. Now, also, let me say this. They have the title, as Hannah Jane said, Meet the Guys and Girls of Cycle, blah, 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 right? How dare you? It's such an easier, better title to be like, Meet the Girls and Guys,
of course,
of Cycle 20, because the reveal is the men. Why wouldn't you put that second?
The reveal is this wig that is so high on Tyra's head.
Why? My first note, sitting all the way back.
She is so self-conscious about her forehead, except in this wig.
Because there is, at any given moment, this wig disappears and then re-enters.
And it jump scares later.
But at any given moment, there are at least 3 bumpets sitting up underneath that wig, and I don't know why.
But the bumpets stacked on the other bumpets.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. There's bumpet stacking for sure.
It's like she's taking fashion tips from the aliens from Mars Attacks, and they're trying to pose as humans.
I wrote makeup fine, but holy hell, because I couldn't focus on anything. I can't tell you what she looked like because that hair was bananas.
I could focus on the fact that I learned how Tyra thinks about time, because then is a finger point away. Now is fingers and thumbs framing the face.
Where?
What is now Tyra's half face.
I was shocked in our little recap of Cycles Your that we did get a shot of winner Adrian.
We did. No Tyron.
No Tyron and no video footage.
No.
But you know
just
what?
The photo that Tyra took.
Whitney was so quick too in that thing. They were like, boop.
But no mention of our All-Stars winner.
No.
They used that time to trick us into being endeared to Britney.
Yes.
Y'all liked Britney, right? Remember Britney?
Oh God, no.
Nope.
I can smize, but I ain't gonna tooch. I'm a guy. We booch.
Just straight out of the gate.
How dare you introduce booch immediately? But also, it's so weirdly homophobic to be like, I'm a guy, I don't tooch. That's queer.
It's so funny to me because it went from toxic to stupid in
Yes.
such a flash, because I felt the same way, Lex, when it was I can smize, but I ain't gonna tooch. I was like, oh, gross. And they're like, I'm a guy, we booch. And I was like, huh? Wait, now go back to toxic, actually.
I know how to feel about toxic.
The way that the show is being run behind the scenes makes these men way worse than I think they actually might
Yes.
be, which is confusing because they're also clearly constantly asking the male contestants to say vaguely threatening things towards the women, and it makes me super uncomfortable, and it's not something that I think they're naturally saying.
I think one person is naturally saying it,
Fair.
and we will get to him.
Fair.
But I do agree with you, Hannah. It seems like a producer is sitting there and saying, like, tell us how it's time for men to rule the world. And you're like, And it feels so much like British Invasion.
Mhm.
How they were just constantly telling them, like, you got to represent for your country.
This
right?
is a battle. Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
And then the women are kind of getting the same thing, but because it's always been a female-focused show, their stuff
They're
is
like,
just
get
like,
out.
we're still gonna win.
No boys allowed. This is sleepover. Go away, Steven. Mom.
The prizes are new.
Well, they had to be.
Yes.
Mhm.
A spread in Nylon Magazine. A
Mhm.
contract with Next Models, a modeling agency that almost every alumni has gotten a contract with, so
Uh-huh.
it doesn't
Yep.
seem that hard.
Nope.
And a now $100,000 ad campaign, specific wording, with guests who will show up in this premiere two-parter.
The thinking that she's about to say a 3 list. It's
Well,
actually a 2 list.
It's a 2 list.
Rob Evans doesn't count.
No, he does not. There is 2 real people and Rob Evans.
In every room, just like Lady Gaga says there's 99 people who don't believe in you and one that does. In every room, there's 2 real people and Rob Evans.
Because she's like, there's only like the top male models are Tyson Beckford and Marcus Schecklenberg, and also our own Rob Evans.
I think it's so funny that they keep bringing up Marcus Schenkenberg because he was big in the 90s.
Yeah,
Like, they could not find any more recent male models to cite.
I read an article that basically said there's only ever 3 top male models ever at a time.
Ooh, gotcha. Oh, so in like a generation.
Yeah.
Interesting. And also, the picture they show of Marcus could not be more 90s.
Nope.
It looks.
They're not
It
even
looks-
trying to fake it.
It looks like they took a picture of a photograph.
It does.
It does.
Lex, I think they did.
I will tell you that he has a workout DVD called Body Secrets that is not available in the United States.
Those secrets are non-American secrets. Let me say one thing I do like, because this would have confused me, because reality TV does this. I appreciate that Tyra says, but this cycle will only have one winner.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I do see the world where people are like, oh, is there going to be a guy and a girl winner? So I appreciate that we got that information early.
Like on So You Think You Can Dance
Mm-hmm.
for a while.
Yeah, because it could also have been like where every week we're getting rid of a man and a woman
Mm.
too.
Oh.
Because there also is a million people on this episode.
Yes.
This needed to be a two-parter, because these names,
Well,
I'm sure you'll give them to us, Lex, but I actually had to stop with names after a while because we got a Tyron for too many.
we got all 35 names.
I'm sure you did, because of the
We
runway.
did?
Yes, because the way the runway works.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I did write down some of them, but I can't remember their faces.
Oh, what a sad sentiment.
I have a question. This is going to sound maybe gross.
Mm-hmm.
Not for me, but for the show. There were 35 semifinalists. Why the odd number? And is it because of Verge?
Mm.
I didn't think about that, though I wouldn't put it past the show. I think it's so odd to, especially since eventually, you'll find out way later, it's 8 and 8.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
8 of each. And you knew going into it they would want an even number.
Of course.
Mhm.
Of this binary that they've created of girl and guy.
Which most of the contestants seem to have real little interest in.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. So why not? Also, 35 is more than normal. Like, usually it's 32 or 33, so it also just feels like they got more?
I was so stuck on them calling them semifinalists at the number 35 and then saying, we're going to go down to 26 semifinalists.
The second round of semis. Now we're in the Northwest Conference. You know, can I say the dumbest choice they made? It is cycle 20, which is a big cycle. We even eventually got, I think it was Gianna, who was like, it's the 10th anniversary. You got so many good numbers to play with. And in that stupid transition in and out of commercial, a diamond busts the number 20 to make it 2.0. And I'm like, you didn't need it. You
That's
didn't need
because
it.
Tyra is obsessed for some reason with double X 2.0.
Well, I have a theory about double X 2.0,
What is it?
male chromosomes.
God damn it. I was so worried you were going to say that.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even
Yeah.
think about
Yep.
that.
That's it.
Do you think the diamonds is like some sort of marriage reference?
Maybe.
Ugh.
Yeah, the most insulting thing for the guys is the guy's graphic is yellow, Tyra's favorite color, on black in the dullest font.
It's so
and then the
ugly.
girl one sticks out
Oof.
so much more because it's this princess party ginger reveal thing.
Well, then we have these like binary interview backgrounds of blue and pink with your like girl guy ANTM screen server bopping around like the TV's been on for too long.
And the funniest thing about that to me is that Tyra's favorite color is yellow. Yellow is also such a nice agendered neutral. That's your nursery when you don't want to make a choice. Like color. Why not just use that for everybody?
And why was not the logo yellow, black, black, and yellow?
So much better, so much easier.
But guess what? Jeremy's not like the other boys. There are so many boys here that aren't like the other boys. And always for opposite reasons.
That's true. Every guy's not like the other guys because of the half of them being like one thing.
So we see some castings. Rob Evans is with Michelle Mock Falcon. Ah!
Love seeing Michelle.
And Johnny does not want to be by Rob Evans.
Nope.
His hat says just ANTM.
And I said they went to every warehouse in America to find. I like this, though. I actually really enjoyed seeing the big casting. I thought that was a fun addition to the audition episode.
It
I
just
agree.
seemed so much more real. Like actually casting a television show.
Jeremy says our first homophobic comment of the season, that he's a guy's guy. Making sure to like really be like, I'm not queer.
I lift weights. I watch football. I have muscles, unlike every other man here.
And you know what? He does end up being basically our like biggest, broadest, most bodybuilder
Fitness.
type. Yeah.
Very
so
fit. Yeah.
I am okay with Jeremy saying, looking around, I'm one of the bigger guys. I'm hoping that means I can model and I'm not actually like, there's
Wrong
an
for
actual
this.
story there.
Uh-huh.
Because we've never gotten story about the needs for guy models. We
Sure.
have so many stories about the whatever. This is why I also would have loved a plus size male, but that's not a concept that exists.
No.
But sadly, we're not, because our expert on male modeling is Rob Evans. We're not going to get any insight into the male modeling industry.
At all.
No.
We know that Tyra only went to the New York casting because I guess that's where she was living at the time.
Honestly, if I was Tyra, good. She was like, I'll stop
This
by.
hair looks good. This
Yes.
hair is good. She looked so cute at castings.
She did. The gray psych was jank, though, that they kept bringing and making them walk in front of.
And I love that for Tyra's entrance, they put every queer man in that front row because they knew there's this one man who burst into tears
Uh-huh.
instantly upon seeing her, and they are losing their mind.
You're not going to get that from the big straights that are sitting
That's
there.
what I mean. Some person was like, okay, let's see. Who ever gays? Could you come forward? No reason. Come forward.
The only other main character we get at this early audition is Chris H., who, speaking of hairstyle choices,
Whoa.
made a choice that does not return.
It is. Whoop-a-bubba.
Can I say, I know we talked about how College Edition was a distant memory,
Mhm.
but I still mostly knew who made it on the show. Not entirely. This whole audition episode, by the time we get to the call out, there are literally people, and I'll point them out, that I was like, oh, they're not going to get on the show, and I really like them. And then they'd be called by Tyra, and I'm like, excuse me? And there's some people like, I can't tell you one thing about Bianca.
No.
This Bianca, I was like, there's no way. There's no way she makes it on the show. We have Gianna.
Except then I knew she was going to make it on the show because Straight Boy said that he was into her.
Uh-huh.
Done. That's all it took.
We also meet
Yep.
Caress, who has an amazing name.
Mm-hmm.
Caress is such a good personality. I feel like we didn't get enough of her.
We didn't.
No, we didn't. The sign we see next to Tyra is a photo of Tyra.
We were about to say the same thing.
Good. That says, "Look at camera."
And then there was another sign beside of that one that's "Turn off cell phones, please," with a little smiley. I'm like, perfect. Do a sign.
Did not notice those because I was too distracted by Michelle Falcon's little martini glass of brightly wrapped generic candies.
I love it. I hope that's
she had to pack the glass and the candies, bring them to the warehouse, and then set it up.
No, I like to imagine that's the one thing in her rider. And she's like, I will go anywhere. I will do whatever. I will make this show continue to be a success. But if I don't have a martini glass of dollar store candy.
Not plastic, genuine glass.
Yeah.
I'm walking.
We skip by Chris H. And part of that's because we're going to have to talk about Chris H. so much.
So much.
But he says a phrase that if you fall down 7 times, you just have to stand up 8. Why those numbers?
I'm concerned about how much you've fallen.
Also, we need to bring it up right now. Chris H means that we have another Chris. It is sexist to make the women change their names, but the men are in 2nd grade and they are Chris H and such.
Also, look, this is probably not right of me to say, but they are clearly gay Chris and straight Chris.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and it's bad for Chris S, who's a delight from
So
start to finish. And
delightful.
also, Chris S's whole thing is short, and it's already Chris S. Just call him Short Chris.
Short Chris. Or be Chris and Christopher. Topher. Last name. There are
last name. One of them had to have had a last name that was fun.
You know what
Maybe
I mean?
it's Chris Hammer.
It's
It could be
Hernandez.
Hammer.
It's Hernandez and Salvatore, I think.
No, you could just be Salvatore.
Yeah.
Or just Sal. Give me
But
that.
anything. Because this is so stupid that we have to be like Chris H, Chris S.
Especially because one of them is going to suck all the oxygen out of the room. And Chris S is amazing.
Lovely.
And it's so funny that Chris H can suck all the oxygen out when he has the tiniest mouth you've ever seen. Oh, that really, so look at Hannah passing out.
Yeah, from all the oxygen that Chris H has sucked out of our room.
Oh, I'm so proud of myself.
Okay, then we head to Tyra's apartment where she makes phone calls.
What's this room? Which room are we in?
This is so early Drag Race to me. This calling the people, but they're being filmed. Also, it's like Big Brother, but like jankier.
Does she just have a room of throw pillows?
Yes. Where she eats her ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Then one person says, backup
It's
quote,
Clea. It's Clea.
Yeah, my queen.
"You sound so pretty."
I love
You know what
Clea.
she looks like?
Let me tell you right now, Clea is one of my people from start to finish I loved. And I was like, they're never going to let her on this show. And
She
when
is
she
so-
makes it,
She's so authentic.
Yes.
She is so herself. She does not care at all. I
No.
love it so much.
I love that Clea is the first person that's like, modeling is just a gateway to riches.
She's like, "I'm a woman. We make more money than male models."
One thing that I like to do is find the guy version of girl archetypes that we've had through the contestants.
Mhm.
And we have our first weird male top model name, and that is Delton. I was like,
Delton.
Delton the plumber. I was like, that is a strong name.
Delton needs to get out of the sun.
Delton needs a skincare regimen.
Yeah.
All these men need a skin. This is the season of bad skin.
As my friend Chelsea once said, get thee to Achilles.
Yes.
Oh, I love Kiehl's products. I
Me too.
think it also just shows that like most men don't wear makeup, and
Yeah.
especially at that time.
Mhm.
So it's just almost shocking, since this was also, I don't know if you noticed, on my Prime, it was the first one I could purchase in real HD.
Me too.
And I was like, rough for these guys. And let me tell you now, I've discussed it multiple times on the podcast. When I was these dudes' age, if I had been in HD, you'd have been like, is that a topographic map? I was bump E. But that is also why I'd been like, maybe I should layer on something before I'm on HD television.
but I
Well,
also
that's like more advice that they're not getting.
Yes.
Like, why are they not getting the water
Mhm.
talk? You know?
Exactly. That was my feeling about it. It's like, oh, they can have jank faces, apparently.
Yeah.
And then it's funny, the one person you see later, the one guy you see talking about putting on makeup is Jeremy, one of the ones with like perfect skin. And I'm like, well, he didn't learn anything from this.
Yeah. We get our Tyra jump scare because that wig come back.
It looks so much worse after seeing her look so nice.
And then she doesn't take her own advice because her head is so forward and down. You can see the nape of her neck, basically. Like, what is going on? Also, wild girl's name, Sadie with a Y and an I.
Sadie with a Y-I.
Sadie.
There is a pink arrival sign, which
Was this
cannot
CGI?
be. I don't know.
This looked like it was not there.
And this is where I wrote, there are absolutely too many names on this show because this is becoming that thing that Project Runway did, where anytime someone's on screen, you kind of get their just first name, Tyron. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I will take it back, Top Model. Back in the day when we used to complain about not knowing everyone's name,
we know them all.
You're right. It's
Even
nice
the two
to know
we never
them, but
meet, we know their names because of pictures and things.
I've learned that you're telling me a name if I need to know that name. So now I'm trying to remember every name, and it is just overwhelming.
Someone I'm really sad that we're only going to see twice in these episodes is Ashley from Connecticut, because that speaking voice was so funny. She was like a Jenny Slate character. I loved her too.
Michael's in another first guy thing. Mike is our first old contestant, old guy, 27, but that'll be quickly swept away because the storyline is actually discovered by Tyra.
Like, Tyra, this is just you hitting on him, right? This is a classic.
Yes.
You could be a model. Take my card. Like, you were just hitting on him.
This is inappropriate sexual behavior with a person that's your, like, subordinate.
I also love that later Mike, who'll mostly go by Mike, says that he didn't recognize her. I'm like,
so funny.
I don't think Mike recognized her at all.
No.
And then later was like, I'll call the number and see if it's real.
Uh-huh. He also gives our first gross comment on girls when he's like, I want to see him.
There are so many things I'm not looking forward to about the cycle, but the big one is people referring to human women as females.
I hate that term.
Ugh.
And it's so funny because it's a term that I've even said already, but there's a time where you can say like I said, female focused. You can say that.
Fine.
People haven't realized that it's not like a noun. It's not like I don't know. And you know what? Maybe y'all can speak to it better. I'm not even sure why it feels gross. Maybe it's because contextually it's always being used in a gross way.
It's two things, right? Because usually I'll do when we don't hear it first a lot from women that are like, I don't get along with females.
Yeah, it's a way of dehumanizing.
Okay.
You are stripping someone down to where the only thing that's important about them is biology.
Because I think even women and men, there's a gender aspect, right? There's a little bit more fluidity in that. With females, it feels very much like every time I hear it, I'm like, you're talking about their genitals. Every time. There's just this like itchy, gross, and that's just for me. It's just always said in a way that's like, biologically determined, as Hannah was saying.
Or like predatory, biologically predatory. Because I have never heard someone, when looking forward to seeing a hot guy, be like, show me the males. I just want to look at some hot males. Like, it doesn't happen.
It also kind of comes across as like, as Hannah said, dehumanizing, but also like how you would talk about an animal.
Yes.
And I do think it's interesting because when it's used kind of like as an adjective, like if you said male contestants, female contestants, that to me doesn't ring quite as...
It's the adding of the S. There's something about grouping and... Yeah. There's something really gross about it.
Speaking of strong accents, Danny comes in hard with every personality because here's a list of all the things we get. I'll give it to Danny/Daniel, who will be referred to by both names.
Yep.
He can make a whole story and background for him in 2 sentences because he sort of raps and sings. He has a strong New York accent. He's a petite male. But he's also the super ripped male. He's seen every cycle of the show, and he says the phrase "blessed to be here." And I'm like,
I can't get a grip on what Danny is.
This is a man who got lost on his way to casting for Newsies.
And
Yes.
every time he pops up in the background, because I kept an eye on
Uh-huh.
Danny, because I was like, who is this creature? Every time in the background, he's the one who's not doing the cheer that's being asked from him. So one of two things is happening. He's realized the grossness of this and is slowly sinking away. And or he doesn't get it. So he's either hyper aware or a dumbass. And I'm fine with both.
There's something so mercurial, nymphic about it. Like, there's just something a little cheeky about
It's
Daniel.
that soft face with that hard accent.
That Staten Island. Ooh.
Oh,
You
I
grew
wish,
up in a family of cops and or firefighters.
I wish we had more time, honestly.
Let me tell y'all, speaking of accents, for some reason, when they were casting this 10 years ago, they said one day J.W. Crump from North Carolina is going to watch this. So let's make sure that the men from North Carolina are everywhere. Because I kept seeing North Carolina tie rods, and I was like, everyone sounded like a friend I have. And I was like, oh no, I'm projecting too much onto people like Justin.
There's one thing we didn't mention about Mike that I do want to bring up, which is that he lives in LA, so he had no reason to be on this airport shuttle.
Oh yeah.
We put them in hair and makeup with no one to greet them.
Apparently not.
And okay, Team Renee, because Renee's face overhearing these bitchy comments.
Oh,
Such a great shot.
two white women who look exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
It's the camera work on this is amazing though, because they
Oh.
kind of part and they both notice her at the same time. And Renee's is like, keep talking. Nina has what I wrote in my notes as a look and a half, because we're giving a little Allison 2.0,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or Allison 20. As I go.
Double X Allison.
Well, except Nina's deal is she's Allison, but very socialized.
Yes.
Yes.
Allison, who's been
Activated
to
by people.
a lot of therapy. Real extroverted, therapized Allison.
But also needs to protect herself a little more. We're going to get into more of it later,
Yeah.
but I worry for Nina
Me too.
already.
That heart's too open, perhaps.
I also worried about Adam from North Carolina because of
My first North Carolina boy.
all the men. He is gung ho on this. Men are gonna fuck some shit up.
Get
It's-
ready, women.
His producer
Ooh.
in these found out that Adam was ready to give it to them when it came to like, it's time for men to win. The first 8 eliminees, all women.
Fuck those hoes.
Also, I'm going to say it right now, the show tricked me. I thought Adam was going to make it on the show.
Me too.
And I know I'm spoiling the heck out of the end of it,
Who cares?
but like, I can't get over that this is the first time that truly
No idea.
tricked magic for all these contestants. Also, Adam, he's the first man. You don't want him on your show.
Oh my god, could you imagine if there was an Eve?
If there was an
Oh.
Adam and Eve and they both did not get cast, I would have screamed.
Don't worry, we'll get a terrible Adam in another cycle.
Yeah. I want Johnny's hat, but with a change.
Yes?
Because his
Mhm.
hat says mascara, and I wanted that K to be a C.
Uh-huh.
Would wear that hat every day.
Yes.
I love that it was a hat that was a Tyra mail because it hasn't been revealed that they're wearing Mardi Gras masks yet. So I was like, mascara? What are you talking about?
Also, Johnny in a suit?
Whew.
Yes?
Mm.
Please. We're going to take, we need to take every moment of Johnny this season because it's the last.
Hook it up.
Also, the show wants to take more Johnny moments because Johnny is elevated,
Yeah.
despite the fact that his credit is only photo shoot creative consultant,
Mhm.
like he is a
Mhm.
freelancer, but he's involved so
Yeah.
much more.
Well, they realized what a gift they had.
Yeah.
The show also makes it try to seem, with ADR, like the women are very excited to meet men.
Nope.
They drop in this hard meet the men ADR, to which the women then enthusiastically cheer when Johnny clearly said something else.
For sure. Because we do these like back and forth edits, and the men are super horny, and the women are like, we get to model.
The only person that will give the show what they want from the women's side is Kanani.
Uh huh.
Kanani will be like, I would fuck.
So they're going to
I'm
be
a
doing.
mom. Good fuck.
Yeah.
I'm away. I have time. This is
This is
me.
vacation.
This is Kanani's
This
time.
is the only time I have to do this.
Until we got to the end of what was going to happen, I actually love the idea of the runway, that they hadn't
Yes.
seen each other. So if you hadn't seen the episode, the men and the women have not seen each other. The guys and girls don't know each other yet. And the idea of the runway is they're going to be wearing masks, go to the end of the runway. They're going to pair off randomly, as we'll find out later. Go to the end of the runway, take the mask off, take a picture. And if that had been the end of it, I would have if that had been all that it
Yes.
was,
Hmm?
I thought that was genius.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But
Then,
then we got to throw in a kiss.
Mm-hmm. Forced intimacy. Cool.
with someone you literally are meeting for the first time. Like,
Yeah.
literally, they're setting it up that you haven't seen their face yet. Not that it would have been cool if they knew each other, but at least there could have been a conversation.
Yeah, you could talk about what you're going to do and what you're comfortable with.
Right?
Because some of the women show their discomfort
Oh,
very
yeah.
actively.
So they're told it's going to be theatrical, avant-garde, couture lingerie at the Los Angeles Theater, which was the last and most extravagant of the ornate movie palaces built in downtown LA. The only funny thing I found about that was it was built in less than 6 months, and it is huge. And was one of the first places to use neon lighting to guide aisles. Like, to do
Huh.
strip lighting, basically.
Kind of love that.
Yeah.
Did we have a font change?
I think so.
Feels like the font is now a sans serif and doesn't have the little hats that it had in the elevated cycles.
This is 2.0.
That's what. But also that font, yeah. Well,
Just wanted to say, Lex, so there's a reason that Johnny tells the women that this is going to be theatrical avant-garde couture, because they're wearing corsets and elaborate lingerie, and the men are wearing black basketball shorts.
Well, some of the men, if they were queer, got fun
yeah.
A
But-
cummerbund, maybe?
cummerbunds.
This was like the moment where
harness.
you wanted to be queer or gay because if you,
You got
were,
the look.
yeah, you got something.
Or did they get to choose?
That's what I hope.
I think
Mhm.
that because we're not putting a straight dude in the full like bulldog harness.
I have to talk about this wild exchange that Jeremy has with a makeup artist.
Oh.
Because it starts,
Who
it's
is
another
this
thing.
hovering man?
It starts
No.
so normal because he's like, oh, his eyes are watering. And she's like, oh, you're a makeup virgin. Normal thing to say.
Mhm.
And then there is a beat, a pause, and then Jeremy deadpans. Actually, I am. And you think to yourself, oh, he just was responding to
He's
that.
asked.
He's asked.
He is asked. There is a person hovering between him and the makeup artist who goes, "Are you any other kind of virgin?"
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear.
Yep.
That's not heard though. That's like it's as if
There is someone though that asked because I did the same exact thing. I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I
Mhm.
went back and I was like, "You could hear a little bit, just like
Yeah,
"Any
this
other kind?"
hovering man who is like not adequately mic'd, making this moment happen.
Yeah.
so. We find out that Jeremy is our top
Super
model
Christian.
guy representative.
Shannon."
Christian
Our Shannon.
virgin.
Oh,
He's a
Shannon.
Shannon.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not. Oh, he wishes he was Shannon.
True.
And then we get the protagonist, the hero, the person that we want to be on the show, and that is Verge.
Yes.
Let me just say, just so y'all know, if you're listening, Verge, I ended up doing a Where Are They Now on her. Okay, because as we'll go in, this is our trans representation.
And
of
she's
the
a star.
cycle.
She's a star of the episodes, and she's just a star.
Gorgeous star and protagonist vibes.
And
Fully.
winner vibes. Winner vibes.
Alejandro. But I wanted to. I did a Where Are They Now on her at the very end, as you'll unfortunately find out that they don't go on the show. We'll talk about it. Sometimes now they go by Stephanie or Steph with a double F, right? But it seems like both names are completely acceptable and fine still. So I think we can all still say Verge because there's been an Oliver Twixt interview from late 2020. There's Verge's, Verge always says like Verge, AKA Steph or AKA Stephanie.
Mm.
So I just wanted to let everyone know because if you see Stephanie, I don't want you thinking that we were like trying to say an old name or anything, but it seems like both are fine. Maybe Verge is like a stage name-ish thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I also wondered if Verge was perhaps a internet name because, like a handle, because I found a video of the Red Lip Smize winners audition that I'm going to play.
How are you doing? Welcome to the Google Hangout auditions for America's Next Top Model. I am Tyra's official casting director, Michelle Mock. So I hope you guys are ready to show us what you got to see if you guys can be on top. Right now, I'd like to introduce you to Tyra Banks. What's up, girls? Hi. How are you?
Good.
How are you? So you all used the Smize Yourself app and took lovely pictures of your faces. Me and my team back in New York City looked at thousands of girls and photos that submitted their Smize Yourself app, which a lot of people say makes you look alien-esque, but guess who looks like aliens? Models. Models have alien-esque faces, and the Smize app just exaggerates that. And I loved you 8, and here you are. Actually, I think, do we have 8? No, we have 7. We have one that's having some technical difficulties. And so unfortunately, she's not with us.
I thought she was about to eliminate her. I thought she was about to say, so she's out.
Okay, so I'm going to say your name. And when I say your name, I need you to give me your best Smize. Are we ready? Ariel, go. Smize. Work, 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 work. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Okay, Chancity. Go, girl. Smize. Yeah, give it to me from the front, from the front, from the front. Uh-huh. Work. Elena. Work, yes. Chin up, relax your lips.
The vampire.
A little bit more, relax your lips. Yes, nice. Okay, Hannah. Yes, Hannah. Yes. Ooh, yes, Hannah. She's giving it to all angles. Work, and she's very festive with the Christmas tree. Not 1, but 2. Okay, Havila. Smize, girl. Ooh, look at her. She's got some Nefertiti earrings going on. Very nice. Okay, our next one. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Nefitia or Nefertia?
Nefertia.
Nefertia, Smize, honey, as if you are in Cairo right now on top of the pyramid. Yes. And last but not least, is it Verge?
Yes.
Like virgin without the N?
Yeah.
Okay, but we're not going to talk about our sexualness and how experienced we are, although your name begs that question, but we're going to leave that alone. Let's Smize, girls, Smize. Work. Oh, yes. Oh, nice. Oh, profile blinks. Oh, yes. Love it. Okay. I think that was pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, I'm going to start with Verge. Why do you want to be America's Next Top Model, and what can you bring to this cycle?
Okay. Well, for me, modeling is a lot more than just my passion. Sorry if I sound nervous. I don't know if you knew this, but I was born transgender. And for me, it's also about inspiring people. And I just want to prove to not only my family and my friends, but I want to prove to the world that I can do this. And I know throughout school I was bullied a lot, and there are a lot of people who didn't believe in me. And I just want to be on the show to prove myself and to help others, because Top Model is a platform. And, you know, I was inspired by Isis when she was on Cycle 11, and she really helped me, you know, get through some tough times.
Yeah,
and I want to be
was
that.
the first transgender girl on Top Model.
Yes. And I'd like to be number 2.
So it'd be interesting if you were to make it into this competition. And
yeah,
why it would be interesting? Fixing my hair. We have to fix our hair. Let's do a hair fix. Everybody fix their hair together. Hair fix. Okay, it's a little flat. You know, I need like body. Okay, so tell me, why do you think it would be interesting and maybe slightly controversial for you this cycle? What's different about this cycle on Top Model?
Definitely the boys and girls. I think that there will definitely be some people talking and maybe saying that I belong on the boys team, when that's not true. You know, I've been living as a transgender woman for 5 years, and I knew since I was little, since I was 2, that, you know, I was born in the wrong body.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you could be, if you were to make it, you would definitely be that example to an educator.
Yeah, that's what I want
to understand that, because so many people don't understand that.
Yeah, definitely.
Isis was definitely somebody that started that. But maybe you could finish it. We shall see.
I would love to.
The Smize is fierce. Okay, we're moving on to...
I wanted to share that because I think Verge speaks incredibly well, and Tyra continues to be Tyra.
I appreciated that she called herself
Mhm.
Almost feel like Tyra learned the smallest lesson of let the contestants speak for themselves, because she started to say, even though this was wild, but I get it's the show, it's reality television. Why would it be controversial? And Tyra was about to answer, but then her letting Verge answer and getting more of that eloquence from her was appreciated.
I still think it goes to, though, my theory that that's why there's 35 contestants, is that the show was hoping for something that actually, surprisingly, they don't give them, which I appreciate from everyone, because I was literally wrote, like, hope they treat her well, knowing full well they won't. Do you know what I mean? Like, it felt like they were really pushing Verge to be something for the show that the contestants didn't take the bait on.
Yeah. And I'll say, and I have some tidbits that I'll share in the Where Are They Now stuff. I think it's fascinating because I think at the end of the day, the summary of, from her own words, of her experience on the show was the way I was presented in the final edit and the contestants themselves that I was surrounded by treated me well. During production, I was not. So it's interesting to see, because in some ways there were moments, and again, we'll talk about them more individually, but there were some moments where I'm like, oh, there's clearly some growth from the ISIS cycle.
Yeah. Yes.
And there were some times where I'm like, no, we haven't grown.
But it just seems much more like the contestants have grown and not the show.
I think that's a perfect summary of what it seems to be true. Then we get a fun, wild backstory from Jordan
that we're going to hear a million times.
Oh, I actually feel really bad for her about this.
Yeah.
Because she says, this is a clip we're going to see over and over again, where Jordan says that she got married at 18 and divorced at 18. And she's going to talk a little bit more about that. But this was clearly not a good relationship. She's going to tell us later this was an abusive relationship. Yeah. And it also just happened because she's 19. Right. So she is talking about this because she has to. Because the show is making her.
She also is constantly saying her only talent is modeling. So Jordan's an interesting character to me because we get the storyline we just talked about, but also the show seems to really want Jordan to be a front runner right off the bat.
We also meet Ronald from Philly, who says, I'm a fighter with a lot of charm, which means he runs a Valor Bard and D&D.
I loved, because this is so dumb, Ronald goes, I've never been cut from a football team. I've never been cut from a track team. Okay, well, it sounds like you just ran track and played football. Like, that's the whole journey.
Or, conspiracy theory, he was cut from everything else. So that's why he says that.
We don't talk about swim team.
And then also from Philly was edgy twink Corey.
To me, the gift of these two episodes.
Yes.
Totally.
Corey is here to get his and everyone else's life.
When those dramatic, sarcastic, one-arm push-ups, when all the men are doing their
Face
pump,
to camera.
and he's like, wipe the sweat. Can you believe?
Corey's a rare top model contestant. Corey's actually funny.
Yes.
Yes.
Not since the days of Chris, I feel like, have we gotten someone who knows that they are funny and knows how to make a joke. And I love that sometimes in interviews, Corey will just end them by, like, crossing his eyes and we're like, brr. It's just so funny. But Corey's also here to be the gayest.
Oh, Corey said, you wanted gay? He's almost giving,
I think he literally said that at one point.
Yeah. It's very, like, for Drag Race comparison, it's very Laganja Estranja, but it feels true. Not like, but it's just like, hey, Mama Tyra. Oh.
Because
like,
as we'll find out, we have multiple queer men.
Yeah.
We have other people. We have a short one. That's diversity.
This is such a little ticky-tacky thing, but in the marquee at the theater, the H is a different color for some reason in 20th. Why?
Would love to read this note I wrote. Lex will say this, but that H is a different color than the rest, and I bet it's going to drive him wild.
We've been doing this too long.
That's a 20th cycle note, baby. I would have never known in cycle 3.
Can we talk about the other star of this episode? Our master of ceremonies.
Who was this? I mean, I'm
doing
glad.
the most John Leguizamo in Moulin Rouge French accent and having such a good time.
You know what, though? I was so happy to see this person because that means we didn't have to see Rob or Brian Boy do this.
True.
Though this was when we got reintroduced to Brian Bowie, and I was like, no.
Hear it in this accent. Fabulous social media correspondent, fashion guru, Brian Boy.
In a regular suit. Brian Boy, what? This?
In
you don't
this
dress
venue?
up for this?
And I need to go to the florist. I need to buy a small bouquet, and I got to give flowers to Kelly. Kelly Catrone looks great here. This is the best she's ever looked.
I don't know what she looked like because I was too excited about the fact that Kelly Catrone got a demotion because she's not a fashion maven anymore.
Nope. See, Genevieve, I thought she looked pretty awful, and this is why
Really?
Kelly doesn't wear makeup.
Oh, I thought she looked... I was like, oh, it's dressed up Kelly.
The freeze frames that they do for the judges, only one person's was good, and that was Johnny.
Yeah.
Did Tyra just see Phantom of the Opera? Is that why it's themed like this?
It does. It
It feels
really
like
feel
she
it.
loved what she did with the finale last cycle.
But
and
now
she
it's
was like,
Venetian masks, not
this mask.
Sleep No More.
This mask that Tyra has on that gets so jacked up that sometimes you cut to her and it's just, you know how when people put colored contacts in, sometimes like
They
one
drift.
shifts
Slide,
and it looks
yeah.
like Drew Barrymore famously did it recently with the Meghan Emperor. That's
JW,
what
I
this
don't
mask
care
is.
about filmy proteins. Sorry.
Ooh, that came right out of the subconscious.
Yeah. Also, Rob refused to use the mask because using masks is gay. Like, he just was
Sure.
like, I
Boo.
won't. Then everyone comes out wearing some cheap fucking capes.
These cape.
That they also are it feels to me like the master of ceremonies actor saw the cheapness and was like, I'm going to
Take 'em
say
off.
that they can remove them. They were supposed to.
Remove a cloak.
Remove the capes.
A cloak.
And this is when I realized there's a Justin from Hickory, North Carolina. That is basically where I am from. And I was like, let me tell you, Justin from Hickory, North Carolina looks like every single person from Hickory, North Carolina.
I hate how hot I find Justin from North Carolina.
He's hot. He's a model.
I know, but there's something so like inside me that's like, no, don't.
I was
Don't.
shocked. I think he comes across fine. We get so little of him.
Yeah.
I was shocked that accent wasn't more powerful. Because Hickory folks typically haven't. Y'all think I have an accent, and I do. That is where I got it from, truly. Like, that is where I picked up pieces, and I was like, here's a vowel, here's a consonant for me.
I'm glad that they went back and forth on who got to pick
Me too.
if we're going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like they truly were doing pixies because they just didn't pair them off.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't feel like it was...
See, but I think it was they're trying to goop a contestant.
Oh, you're
Yes.
trying to be like, okay.
One of these women isn't a woman.
Mm.
And then Corey was like, fuck this, I'm going to fuck this
That
all
was
up.
such a good moment.
See, I wasn't going so much, and maybe I should be more sensitive to it, but I thought it was more so that they were trying to get people to romantically talk about each other. Because we
Maybe.
get more the like, I chose that body because that was the body I found the hottest.
But it also it means that if one person didn't make the correct decision to double up, it would have then let one person be by themselves.
It was truly the best thing Chris H did the entire double parter, though.
Absolutely, yes.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Because
Lauren
we need
and
to talk about how
Jeremy.
Angel nearly dies on this runway.
Lauren and Jeremy come up first.
Lauren has strong bachelorette energy,
yeah.
Hmm.
Also,
but she worked it, and I thought she was beautiful, and he stood there and did nothing.
This kiss also is so gross.
Well, these are all very married at first sight kisses.
Nina
Ugh.
proves her own sentence as she says it. Because she says, I needed a strong guy, right? Because I'm a very awkward person.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she picks Dawn, and she attacks his face.
This is what I'm saying. There's a couple ways married at first sight kisses can go. A lot of them are attacks the face.
I've never heard of this show. Is this a TV show?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's two people who get married at first sight.
Sorry, you know me. I'm only like married after 18 years. Prove it to me.
Chris S. picks Angel.
And feels so guilty. Chris S. takes on her pain as his own.
The thing is, though, Angel, Chris S. was trying to help. He offered his arm, and you said no. So that you tippy tumble.
And the thing
then
is,
this petite little gay man.
I understand why he picked her, because she's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Oh, so yes.
So beautiful. Cannot walk.
Just can't
at
walk.
all.
At all.
Can't walk.
And Chris S. I love him. He might be my first male model basic because he's.
Yes.
I can't tell you anything about him except that he's adorable.
Adorable.
And then when he goes, I hear someone from the side say, "Oh no, you didn't," and I was like, "Oh, I hope that wasn't me." I was like, "No, Chris, it's the woman who's falling."
Captions crunched Angel to correct her because Angel said, "I feel like my one runway walk is good," and Captions crunched, "I don't think my runway walk is good."
Angel, even Caption knows.
Marvin and Haley go next, and y'all, Marvin needs a cold shower. Marvin is too horny. Too horny.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you've been like locked away and you've been told tales of what the other sex is like. And he's like, I'm finally seeing it. Just, there's this like nervous horniness that is very uncomfortable.
Though from things I have heard, some of it also might be performative horniness.
Sure. It's just
when it comes to a Marvin update. But either way, it's way too much.
Too much. Too much.
I love that Mike, Ice Cream Truck Mike, and Jenna, who I do not think we ever get more of, walk 80 feet apart from each other. They must have had to have jumped for that kiss because they were like on the sides of the runway.
He is V Chippendales. He does not say model to me.
No. He does say if I were going to get drunk and hook up with someone from the cast, it would be him.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear that ice cream truck outside? You're like, well.
Ronald and Kanani have the best kiss so far.
I agree with that.
She's so beautiful.
She's so naturally pretty. And this Chicago vibe really works for me.
We have our first malapropism of charismatic from Ronald.
Mm-hmm.
Because don't worry, there's going to be a lot of... We have one person that is literally just all malaprops.
Oh.
Danielle and Renee.
Renee is so funny to me during the kiss because she's clearly not into it. But lifts her knee like she's trying to act like she is. I'm like, no, honey, you got to kick the heel back.
They are.
You don't lift the knee.
They are a hot fucking couple. And when they did their thing at the end, it was very like, we saw you across the bar.
Mm-hmm. I also think that they get one of the better pictures, ultimately, too. Because just listeners, as you're reminded, they're also posing for a picture during, before, after the kiss that will be judged. So they do have to take this picture.
Uh-huh.
How did Adrian get lipstick on his forehead when he went with Gianna?
I don't know. But there's a mystery surrounding everything that Gianna does. Gianna always...
Yeah, she's a real Sarah McLachlan in building a mystery,
You know, like how when they don't want to animate a fight in a cartoon, there's a cloud, and then the joke is that you never know what's going to happen after the cloud dissipates. That's how I feel like Gianna does everything. Like, she opens a fridge, a cloud forms around her, and then she's like, 3 mustards? And you're like, they weren't in there. Gianna, how?
Gianna is the epitome of a smear frame. If you look too long at Gianna, you're like, what?
Huh?
It's a magic eye, but there's no picture.
You just keep looking and looking.
Also, I'm sorry. Gianna and Bianca look too much alike.
Yes.
And their names are too similar.
Absolutely, 100% yes.
If you told me Gianna and Bianca were those 2 women that Renee heard overheard talking, that is, like, I can't, they're the same person.
Uh-huh.
And I feel so bad for Bianca because Gianna is clearly the personality version.
Yeah.
And Bianca's second.
Verge and Phil are next.
I'm so ready to hate Phil.
Really?
Oh my God, I'm so activated and ready to hate Phil.
Let's start with the good part, which is Verge does something to stand out in her words.
Mm-hmm.
And she does this cool smear.
Right.
And then I loved that Phil saw that in the moment, matched the energy, did the thing. I was like, what a good pairing.
I enjoy the matching of the energy. I think it's real stupid to smear your arm across your mouth when nothing is there. Like, mess up your hair or something. Don't just wipe your mouth
I
for
don't
no
think
reason.
Phil is the smartest tool in the shed.
Get those fingers in that beard. Be
You
like,
know?
oh.
You give the people what they want. You already
Rub
know
your
that's what it
chest.
is. Rub your chest hair.
Then I wondered if they were told about a trans contestant, because some top model math that occurs from Phil
Mhm.
of he had a 37% chance of kissing a dude, in his words. It was just interesting.
You'll find out later in the update that they knew.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So it was a goop. They were trying to goop people of like,
Mhm.
yeah.
But they have chemistry. I will give that to Phil. They have chemistry.
Yeah.
They look good together.
I mean, she picked him because, spoiler alert, it looks like her boyfriend. She's like, I wanted the mask one. I wanted the hairy one.
Mm-hmm.
See, Phil's interesting to me as portrayed in this episode, and I guess we'll talk more about it when we get to the one-on-one interview, but he seems like someone who wants to / maybe is open to a lot of different experiences and expressions in other people, but also feels the aggressive need to define it,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
which is like halfway there to someone that I can get on board with.
That's what I'm having my struggle with Phil, right? Because I do think that, like, I'm giving him a benefit of the doubt that I do think he is open. He's just, like, the most wrong-headed about it.
Yeah, it is. I'm hoping gonna be like a fun hatred for me, but it's the kind of thing where I'm like, I look at him and I know this is someone in real life in a relationship with a woman because he's straight,
Yeah.
where she would have to take care of everything. He's not going to
Well.
dress himself. He's not going to do the dishes. He's not going to be on time to anything. Like,
No.
I love the idea of bad boyfriend Phil.
yes. And he thinks that he should be allowed to get away with things because he is open. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's what's disappointing, is that the openness gets used as an excuse to be like shitty in other ways.
He's
Yeah.
kooky, but also
Does
shitty.
Phil use crystals as deodorant? Yes.
Yes.
Have
Oh, Phil
do they
smells.
work at all? No.
Oh.
Phil smells. We're going to say this now. Phil smells.
But he does it on purpose.
Yes,
sorry.
yes.
It's
yes.
just very affected.
I can't wait till one day I'm going to meet someone that you know, Hannah, that looks exactly like Phil. I'm like, that's exactly where this came from.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
You know, if you see the show, I'm scared of cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
Next up is Justin and Jordan. This cummerbund is wild.
Jordan towers over Justin.
And sees it as an advantage to her?
I don't know why she thought that, but he would look great in lipstick. He would look wonderful with a lippy on.
And I love top model first. Justin's the first guy contestant whose girlfriend is going to say something about a kiss.
Corey is next, and Corey says, fuck this.
Mm-hmm.
And
I gotta be me.
picks one of the male contestants. Now, I'm going to say this now, just in case anyone is wondering. Ryan in the show is now trans and goes by Corinne. So Corinne, love that, and is a poet, filmmaker, gender-affirming surgery advocate. None of this is in the show, but these two are adorable together, and such a fucking hot idea to do.
And we get
Because we
so
don't get
little
we
of
don't get enough
Corinne.
of her. We just don't get enough.
No, we
And
don't get
she's
enough
wearing
of her.
that. Isn't she wearing that fabulous harness?
Yeah, she's the one in the
Mhm.
bulldog harness.
Yeah.
And she has a lot of piercings. It feels like that was like our edgy contestant,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
And I will say this, though. Corey afterwards, and Corey's got so much personality
Yeah.
that, like, how can you compete? But she has very little to say afterwards.
Well, these stunt queens that planned this stunt from the beginning.
And then Chris H has his one and done good moment of the episode.
Yep.
Chris H does some quick math because I will say this, Corey also fucked over the next person to be like,
Correct, yes.
And Chris is like, I felt bad, so I'm going to just choose 2. What a great moment. And then Chris has the full spectrum of what can happen at the end with the kiss. One girl that said, no.
Sadie.
Cheek only, please.
Sadie doped herself fully out of the competition at the end of that runway. She was like, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Chris H, and this was actually funny to me, said, I almost lost a tooth in the kiss. With the other question,
Linnea Kirby'd him up. Delton picks Ashley, and he has some bad tattoo placement because... And she refused to kiss Delton as well. And then Adam and Caress get picked, and she eats his mouth in a fun way.
Mm-hmm.
Bianca and Clea get smooshed together because they're the last.
And they do great, I think.
Oh, they
I
did
think
great.
the two
They
of them
did.
did great.
Bianca talked about it like she felt bad that she wasn't picked, but I actually thought it was an advantage
I think so, too.
that made
Because
them
again,
stand out.
You stand out. I remembered Bianca from this.
Yeah.
Clea's got plenty to stand out because she has a great personality and look and vibe and everything. But Bianca, you need to stand out right now.
Yeah.
And Clea, we learn, wants to own. She
love
wants
this.
her own liquor and a club to sell that liquor in.
Yes, she does. I hope she gets them.
Because she wants to be the female Diddy. What a log line. I love Clea so much.
We figure out that we do see all the couples through pictures because the other two we don't see are Curtis and Alexandria and Elena and Nick. And I confirmed this. I went through a whole thing and it's weird though to see all 35 people.
I'm not sure we've talked enough about Alexandra.
No, I'm leaving Alexandria to this moment where we learn she doesn't know how to wave. So she does a bye-bye clap.
Bye-bye clap.
Bye-bye. What's the sound of one hand clapping? Bye-bye.
Alexandra knows.
No.
I love that Johnny is here for interviews.
Yes.
So much
In
better.
a hat that says meet and greet.
Yeah, it does. MEAT.
Yep.
So interview day.
Love that, Tyron.
Delton, speaking for most of the men, is more excited to talk to the women than the judges.
Well, they give them, I mean, this is like a product of the show, but they have them in a mixer room the
This is
entire
a dating
time.
show now.
And like some of them are saying someone says like, we start being in our cliques. I'm like, those are called conversations.
Uh-huh. Oh, did you sit down and talk to people? That's
Weird.
because it was Jeremy, and Jeremy is still a child. It's going to come up more, but Jeremy is a child.
Yeah.
The wig returns.
Ah!
She filmed it the same day.
Part 3.
So the panel room appears to be the same as last cycle.
It does.
They removed the
Bright
screen
white.
behind them.
They did. We still have the Tyra sayings and 1 or 2 stray emojis hanging out on the wall behind the judges.
And this is when I realized that they haven't actually talked about social media as a component of the competition yet.
Right.
So if you're watching this, I think you would think maybe last cycle was the only social media competition, and now it's just guys.
Yes. And the other thing they've done in the judging room is that there's no more cafe seating. Everybody gets a great big white throne.
Jeremy's first. And I'll say something controversial yet brave. Jeremy was not a fat kid. Jeremy had some baby
I wrote
fat.
the same thing. And I don't want to take away from his experience.
No.
Like, I'm sure he was bullied, and I'm sure he had a really hard time. But he just looks like a regular kid in
He
those
looks like a
pictures.
child.
Yeah.
Though it does speak to the time and attention he is currently put into his body.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whether or not the
Very
pictures bolster it, at some point he had body dysmorphia that
Yeah.
led him to work out that body. He is a bodybuilder style.
Mm-hmm. This photo is not good for either of them, but
And in the interest of fairness, I want to speak about Rob Evans for a bit. He tries to give actual advice.
he tried.
And look, none of us like Rob, but if you were going to introduce Rob Evans to this show, this would have been the cycle to do it.
Correct.
Yes.
And they finally, and Top Model does this actually, because Andre Leon Talley, the same thing kind of happened, where he was introduced a cycle before
Mm-hmm.
the high fashion cycle. For some reason, Top Model feels like they need like a starter cycle that doesn't have anything to do
I
with
think it's the
them.
opposite. I think they learn like, oh, I guess we should have a this cycle. Is what happened.
Oh, interesting. Whether the chicken or the egg came first, though, it was nice, even though it was extremely basic, that it seemed like this was the one time in the episodes we've seen with Rob where he was giving actual modeling, posing something.
Actually trying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all feel weirded out when Tyra or Kelly, because it's always Tyra or Kelly, tell the contestant hopefuls that they're adorable?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. There was just a tone that set me like on edge a little bit.
Well, talk about horny. Kelly is also too horny this season. And her choices are going to be based on whether she finds them hot or not.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
For a palate cleanser, because Clea is always going to be that to me, I assume. In the mixer, she says, Adam's too old.
Yep.
Oh, you look old. You look way older.
Way old.
and then like, oh my gosh, I thought you were way older. But that's hot if you have daddy issues. Oh.
Adam says last year he was on a football team just doing NFL tryouts. And that sentence is so vague, but it seemed made up.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that's a part of the cycle, though, is that tryouts are these long periods of multiple practices and games and stuff. No, but it is like a big part of what you do beforehand. I'm not an expert on it, but I do know that people are like, yeah, we're gone for those for like 3 months.
Wait, football tryouts?
I think so. I think it's part. There's a whole like thing to it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I believe that. It's just the vagueness of it all.
Why would you not be specific?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't even like a position stated for the team that he would be playing for. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I was like, okay, if you say so.
Mm-hmm.
Alexandra is next. This dress is Florida.
Yeah.
We learned that we're going to sometimes get last names because her name is Alexandra Agro.
An amazing American ninja warrior.
Alex Agro? Come on.
Oh my God. And I know what she means, but this is unintentionally one of the funniest things because she has a story where her family, and this is kind of unique in the top model world, used to be from a wealthy or at least comfortable family. And then she goes, her father had her own business, very important. And then, quote, and then the economy happened. And I know she means recession, but she wasn't
part of the business.
She was just always like, and then economy.
Economy bad.
Like she thinks the word for a bad business dealing is just an economy.
An economy.
I know we already talked about Johnny's hat, but I just want to throw in here very quickly the sweater that Johnny is wearing that looks like a blazer over a striped shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I want it. I want to wear it. I love it.
And he's also giving good feedback. I appreciate that he's not just there for like window dressing. Like
you knew he would. Yeah,
but it's just nice because I'm tentative that as we're getting increased Johnny,
we'll get bad Johnny.
I want to, because we get finally 1 or 2 moments.
Yeah.
That
I guess
like,
you might want to temper expectations.
Yeah, I don't want us to pedestal poor Wujek so much that we...
It's a high fall.
Yeah.
Like we played with fire with Jim DeYonker, y'all. We played with fire.
Dipping our hands in and out. I think her photo is like very top model. Like this is the photo you want.
I'm gonna say right now, from start to finish, people try to say shit. Kelly hates Alexandra.
Well, I don't know why she hates her so much.
But she seems nice, fun, and takes good pictures that are better than how she looks in person.
The worst thing about Alexandra is she wears too much makeup.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing.
And we've learned from last cycle's Laura, one towel can fix that.
No, Kelly has this whole thing about you can't let a sad story get in the way of finding a great model. Good for her because she takes a good picture. Oh, so she was successful?
Models?
Why are you mad? What is happening?
And then, listeners, are you ready for some contestant to make maybe the worst first impression to Tyra that anyone's ever made? Because Ronald, talk about not reading her room, talk about not feeling how people are feeling about you. And also, you had time to prepare for this, and this is what you come in with?
This is it? Ronald says the only competition that he has is the one other black guy. And
felt like he was trying to read them for not casting more black men.
But also, there is, not to give it credit, there is another black person there. That you just don't see as black.
Well, and then Tyra says that hits Tyra real bad. And she was like, but you're competing against everyone.
Including the women.
And also she said, what if I just wanted to be, in my career, I was just like, as long as I'm the one top Black female model, that's fine. She was like, Tyra was really upset by this.
Yes.
Like, you don't hear from any of the other judges because clearly Tyra had it out. And the worst part is Ronald doesn't even know that he messed up.
No, not at all.
Blank.
I don't understand how he can not realize. Tyra's not hiding it.
And then
they
this
start
reveal.
laughing at him.
Oh, they literally laugh him out of the room.
Yeah.
Well, because he talks about how he had high fashion training from his manager, whose name is DJ Stokes. And Kelly falls out of her chair. She's like, oh, well, DJ Stokes.
Oh, DJ Stokes.
DJ Stokes.
And to be like, my manager made me. Like, it's so odd. And it's a shame because Ronald's look is great.
Ronald looks great.
Yeah.
Don't open your mouth.
No. Be a billboard of a person.
Marvin comes in
a suit made for like a child would wear to an interview.
This is a terrible photo, right? That they all love?
Looks like Zoolander. He has Zoolander face.
I do not get why they like this photo. I think the angle is wrong. And I think Marvin has the kind of face so big. And Marvin has the kind of face that to me is probably going to look really great straight on.
Oh, with his cheekbones?
Yes.
I think this is kind of like Cycle 6 Brooke.
Okay.
With that strong jaw. You look incredible, but you have to be really careful about how you're photographed.
Because his face in this photo is fully profiled, and it makes his head look 3 times bigger than it is, just because he doesn't have the architecture from the side.
We're going to get into some backstory.
I hated this.
Becomes comical because of what they make him do.
Oh my God.
His family financially clearly struggled.
Yeah.
And he reveals that he has 7 brothers, so that means 8 total children who lived in a 1-bedroom apartment.
I mean, we didn't touch on it earlier, but he also spoke about being constantly bullied and also being stabbed as a child.
Yeah, stabbed
but
as
he
a
just
child.
rattles,
in the South Bronx
off
from.
as a fact about his life.
Yeah. Yeah, he just says his childhood sucked. Like that's his, because he's used to it. He's normalized what this was.
Well, and once again, he's still very close to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then he talks about how his father, to make ends meet, was a janitor, and he used to be very embarrassed. So he would try to distance his father from anyone he knew in his life, any of his school friends, any of his whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because Tyra doesn't have the Tyra show anymore, she therapizes him.
Ugh.
And then makes him, she says, you should say it proudly. He worked to do that for you, which that's sentiment.
Sure, that's fine.
Great.
And I wish that had been the end of it, but then they make him shout over and over because each one is not loud enough.
I don't want to hear you say it. I want to hear you yell it.
My father's a janitor. Which I'm also like, was that the phrase you wanted him to say? I thought he was going to say, like, I'm proud of my father.
I'm proud of my dad. Like, can you imagine how his dad would feel watching this? Be like, okay.
Well, yeah.
I just wonder because he's literally screaming it by the end. If the people in the waiting room are like, I guess his dad's a janitor. Seems like that's a real big part of his deal.
I love my dead gay son, I guess.
Don't.
It's 100% the energy of that.
She's trying to turn this interview into an entire inspirational sports movie.
Uh-huh.
And then post-production does the wildest thing ever. It shows a picture of Marvin hugging his dad as if Tyra in the moment made that picture happen.
As though Tyra went into the past and Back to the Future this photograph.
It's the funniest thing to me because I'm like, but that actually, if you take 5 seconds to look at it, means that maybe the relationship's actually way better. It's like, it's so funny.
Mike enters with ice cream music.
Which, I mean, come on.
Right before Mike enters, he introduces himself to the group of contestants he's with, and Lauren just yells, "Straight!"
I didn't hear that.
It's so funny.
We didn't get enough, Lauren. We did
not.
Get enough.
No, this is pre-Smize and Dream.
Mm-hmm.
And
She should hire him now. Come on.
Well,
this exchange with Kelly, before they look at his photo, do girls ask you out on the ice cream truck? All the time. Okay, let's go to the picture.
Are you going to ask him out then?
What was this moment?
And also, like, I appreciate that Mike tried to, like, it felt like he was a little, like, off.
Sheepish.
Yeah, like, oh, yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Like Tyra basically did. So clearly it happens to other people.
So clearly.
This photo is terrible.
Not good.
And they don't address it. And this is what drives me crazy. Because we are constantly talking about women's bodies on this show. And then we have male models on the show that we don't address certain things. I think Mike is like pigeon-chested. And unfortunately, in the modeling industry, if we're going to get into that, that would be probably not for male modeling, because male modeling is all about a very specific
It would be a thing that normally on this show, if it was in the past cycles, they would tell that model, this is a thing you have to, this is a quote weakness.
You're going to need to disguise this. You have to figure out your angles.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. But they just don't talk about the men at all.
I'm actually curious to see, and I kind of hope for it just because I want them treated the same, even though top model talking about bodies is also murky-durky. I hope.
But if you're going to be honest about the modeling industry, then you need to apply it to everyone.
Because they kind of act like every single one of the guy contestants has just the same body.
Yes.
Yes. They'll talk about facial expressions.
But they don't talk about people's bodies.
Oh, I'm sorry, except for Corey, who's too not muscle enough.
Except that's not...
Except that's a European modeling. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about it when we get to Corey, but they just throw a general term around and don't apply it specifically, and it doesn't mean anything.
Right. When Jordan enters, she leaps off the stairs to meet the judges, which is...
That's just a regular step for her long, long legs.
And I was like, what a risk, Jordan. You could have crushed yourself.
Coming from so high.
Has there ever been a more Tyra opening to an interview than, so, your dad doesn't trust you? If somebody ever said that to me, I would just be like, I would not know how to respond. I would die. I don't know what I would do.
Now that we've read, and I hope you enjoyed it, listeners, in our between cycle episode, the audition application. I wonder if Jordan wrote something like, my dad doesn't trust me.
There wasn't like your relationship with your father, your relationship with your mother.
So I wonder if Tyra's literally just changing pronouns within it to be like, so your dad doesn't trust you. But he definitely does not.
No, because we learn a terrifying fact, which is that her father started drug testing her and her sisters at 13. Like, regularly.
You understand why she got married at 18 to get out of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. We see the same footage about the marriage, except now it's a regret. We're getting, every time we see it, we're going to get like a bloop, a
little bit more
drip.
added, a little bit more frosting on the cake. Yeah. Is this our first 2 to the season?
It is.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Johnny says it the normal way. And I don't even hate the idea that you can't see her neck.
Yeah.
But then
agreed.
Tyra goes, oh, no. That's not a no-neck monster. That is a over-the-shoulder tooch.
I love that show. It deals with a lot of classic Americana Halloween things.
Very fun.
He did a great guest voice.
Over the show. Not even. When do we?
It's not even like a portmanteau. It's not even like a shooch or whatever that would be.
An shooch. An O to shoosh. An OTS tooch would he like? I'm just shocked at Tyra. We've got H to T, right? Old Tyra would have like made this a thing. Now she doesn't even fucking care, but we still have to deal with it.
It's Smurf. It's Snarf. Tooch is meaningless because over the shoulder tooch, what does that actually theoretically, what does that mean? Because tooching was kind of like pushing something out.
I guess it means pushing your face over your shoulder.
But it's a good picture of Jordan. It is a good
picture of Jordan. She does a good job.
Lauren comes in singing the wrong theme song.
Look, this starts us off on, I missed the audition episode montage, and this is a quality one.
Oh, it is.
I got to give it up for him. We get the pageant wave.
Love Renee still.
Although everyone does it except for Kelly, who just sits there shaking her head. Have fun.
We've got Clea's booty like who? Nicki Minaj, but mine's real.
My husband, by the way, was like, that's not true. And I was like, are you fucking kidding?
I mean, God bless him for believing in the fantasy, I suppose. Kelly is aghast during this montage at a man wearing plaid underwear, the most classic underwear.
Got Rob's best quote ever of, her legs are not strong enough to hold her body up.
I mean, that's true about Angel.
Yep.
She is a fawn that has just emerged.
Been born.
Yes.
And then Danny gets to sit in Tyra's throne while Tyra flirts with Rob.
Ugh.
We get the wonderful Chris S moment of 5'10" and a quarter.
I love lying about height.
So funny. I feel like he had a strong, long conversation about gay culture and how we lie about our heights.
Nina?
That's her little hula hoop routine. Absolutely smashes it.
Yep.
An actual talent, not like a tap dance of yore where someone took a tap class.
And is this also where we get Nick, who everyone's so confused about their eyebrows after they
The record scratch on the idea of a man waxing his eyebrows offended me so much.
Especially because they literally complimented them. So it worked.
That's the worst part,
Yeah.
because if they were like, your eyebrows are wild, and then he said he waxed them, I could see the show's logic
Yes.
of like you over wax them or something, but they compliment him. He says, oh, thanks, to prep for this, I waxed them. And they're like, oh, creak.
A man who wants to make money based on his looks groomed himself?
Like, it's wild. Because yes, Nick looks put together in a way some of these men do not.
The
Also,
majority.
say goodbye to Nick, because even though Nick will make it really far, it's the last time we'll hear from Nick.
Yeah, the wax, he just waxed himself out of this show.
Yep.
Sometimes he has glasses on, and I didn't even know it was Nick, and I was like, oh, those eyebrows, though, that's Nick.
So Hannah alluded to Danny sitting in the throne, but that's because Tyra got jealous about a model boxing with Rob.
Because
Danny.
apparently Danny's also a boxer.
Uh-huh.
Fifth backstory for Danny.
And instead of replacing Rob, replaced Danny so that she
herself.
could shadow.
Butterfly Banks.
Boop, 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 boop. And could you imagine Danny just being like, wait, what?
I love that he gets to sit in Tyra's chair, though. It's
It's
so
like, let me just take this opportunity to like lean over to Johnny Wujek and get some advice.
hey, can you cast me after the show? It doesn't feel like I'm getting on.
Katy Perry needs backup dancers, yeah? And then Chris H comes in.
And Tyra is in Tyra show mode. I'm going to say my opening quote again.
Yeah, we
Please
got your
do.
opening
We have
quote.
to say it again.
We've had some interesting people who have not had homes, and you are another one of them. First of all, that sentence,
What?
AI could never.
Also, yes. WGA strike.
We support the WGA on this podcast,
Yes.
and AI could never write such a great line.
She both trivializes and minimizes what is a terrible story that he's about to tell.
Makes it the only important thing about him and says, this is a dime a dozen at the same time.
Yes. Because we learned that his mother abandoned him on his 18th birthday by moving out of the house without him knowing.
And it also seemed like it was a full shock to him.
Uh-huh.
Like the relationship didn't lend itself to him thinking that was going to happen. The tone at which he described that
That he
moment.
like literally came home after turning 18 and everything was gone. And he was like, who?
There's something about, we're going to get a lot more of Chris H, but I don't know that much more going ahead. But there is something about the way he phrases things that makes me uncomfortable, that is concerning. And clearly this is someone who's been through a lot of trauma, and I don't want to take away from that. But there is something about the energy he brings into a room and the way he approaches people that is very unsettling.
He has had a lot of trauma, and I don't know if he's processed that trauma.
Yeah.
And I think that lends to his interactions with people.
Or he is relying on this show to help him process that trauma in a way that is not realistic or healthy.
I agree, because he gives me unsafe energy. I don't want to be in a situation, and especially in a modeling competition, I don't want to be on set with Chris H. I don't want to have to rely on Chris H. In a way, I would definitely rely on Chris S, Shorty McShort King. There's just something not quite settled about Chris.
Yes. Yeah, not remembering anything else of the cycle. I wonder if it'll get explored more, because we definitely get more exploration next episode.
Yeah.
That to me, though, compounds my confusion about what's going on. Now we've got to get into the rest of our conversation on Phil, who walks in clothes.
He does have clothes on.
Technically, yes.
He does have clothes. I thought this was very My Chemical Romance top.
Sergeant Pepper jacket is what I said.
Yeah.
They're very fixated on his duct tape shoes,
Sure.
which are an affectation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst part of the outfit to me are the fingerless wool gloves.
Agreed. You're in California.
Now,
Yeah.
I
love a fingerless glove.
I love a fingerless glove. Because I can tip tap my phone if I need to.
The fingerless glove market, let's talk about for a second. The fingerless glove market, as soon as smartphones came out, fingerless gloves were like, we're relevant.
We've always been here.
And I love a fashion fingerless glove. This is not that.
No, he cut off fingers from a glove. Because I used to, I might even still have them. I have a pair of fingerless gloves that were also mittens. Because the mitten folded.
Yeah, and you button them over.
Wow.
Yes. My mom loves giving me those for Hanukkah. I get a new pair every year.
Yeah, I love those. Please tell Nancy to give me my fingerless
Oh,
gloves.
I will let her know.
Because
Now, real quick, because it's so rare, that's just why I want to point him out. Again, I'm never on Rob's side, but he had an actual funny thing he said, where when talking about the duct tape things, he's like, so if that duct tape wasn't there, you'd just be like duckbill walking. I was like, that's pretty funny.
I think he called them crocodile shoes, which was also pretty funny.
I'll give Phil this. I think he's taken the best photo for a male contestant so far.
I think Phil was probably going to be a good model. That's the picture's good. So they talk about Verge.
Yep.
The picture together, because it's obviously they're going to talk about the picture and the pairing, and he cannot stop himself from talking in terrible language about her.
Because also, you're not bisexual. Verge is a woman.
Well, Kelly brings that up, and I put that more on Kelly.
Sure.
That she's like, maybe you're not straight, you're bi. And Phil's answer to me is probably the best thing you can do in the moment when you don't know any better. He's like, yeah, maybe. But it's very like, whatever. But like, Kelly shouldn't have said that because she's the one implying.
Yes.
The
I
bad
also,
thing. Yeah.
from what we see, the panel does not call him on his terrible language at all, which I found equally as offensive.
Well, I think it's because they also don't care to know or know better.
Yeah. But it's such a good picture of both of them. It's like, it's probably the best picture.
Probably. I just he acts like he wants people to believe that he lucked into this photo. The way he talks about it, he just like lets loose this word babble. Like he doesn't know how this happened and magic and words and we ate it. And I'm like, why? Like, you're probably a good model who has worked to be a good model. Why do I have to deal with this?
His persona feels very put on.
Yes. This was my Kelly's one stopped clock correct moment. When she says that he's too much work. I'm like, yes, for me, this man is too much work.
And I liked her actually saying TMW. And I was like, what is that? Oh, too much work? Love that, actually. Like, Kelly's like, I'm going to get a couple of things on the background wall. Because I will say, the one
they're auditioning for us. I'm auditioning for the wall.
Audition the wall.
I just want to make it on the wall or a Johnny Woojack hat.
Hat or wall.
But I will say this. I think it's so funny because it does seem like Kelly is often talking about, and it makes sense for her job, who would be a nightmare on set.
Yep.
But then it's funny because she's a nightmare on set.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she has no correct barometer for that.
Know yourself, baby.
But as a tidal wave coming in and out, then we get Verge, who has one of the best interviews in top model history.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I teared up.
Yeah. I don't think the photo that they show from Instagram was very good.
No.
I think she was doing
I
what
didn't think
they
so at
asked.
all.
But that's the app, isn't it? I figured that was like the filter.
Also, back in the day, we didn't have lighting like we do now.
Yeah. But
But when she talks about how much seeing Isis on the show meant to her, I found it so moving. And it's like, wow, top model, you really succeeded in spite of yourself. Like, Isis was so important.
well, and it proves that thing that is so pat, right? The thing we've talked about before of representation matters. And you're like, okay, yeah, sure, but like, let's do the real work. It's like, but no, actually, it sometimes really does to just see people. Visibility is key.
And I will give it to the show that they also, while Isis was on the show in her first cycle, they showed things like hormones, the shots, all that stuff. It showed the the real world of the process, which Verge talks about because they talk about how they're seeming like kind of early in the journey of doing that part.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And
She's started hormone therapy.
I gotta give it to Verge too. It is also smart because you were complimenting Tyra.
Yes.
Verge is also, and you know I love this, just a little bit of a game player.
Oh yeah.
Savvy.
Yes. Got that savviness that I appreciate in a top model contestant.
Talk about someone who else is savvy, because I don't believe this story at all.
Nope.
Corey comes in fully lying about being made fun of by being called Tyra. That is not true, sir.
Oh, he's gonna tell us his actual bullying term later.
Uh-huh. Because you grew up in
if
Philadelphia.
Corey had been in that bullying thing, it'd have been like 50 different words.
I will say, I think that Corinne steals this photo. Even though I like Corey, I think Corey sometimes tries a little too hard, where I think Corey could really do well of just being, because they are so striking looking.
Oh my God, his face is so beautiful. And the thing that really bothers me, because of course Rob is already telling Corey to tone it down. And we're going to hear a lot about how Corey's big issue is that he's not masculine enough. He needs to be more masculine in photos. Corey's face is not particularly feminine.
No.
The way we talk about these things, he has a very strong, defined jaw.
He is what, every time they have, usually lesbian, but a woman on the show that's like androgynous. Corey has that. That is super useful in modeling.
He is classically handsome.
Yes.
He has a handsome face.
His eyebrows are a little too plucked, but that was the time. I get it. We all were there.
Nick was back there waxing people. He can't help it.
Nads.
But no, I
brought Nads pads.
Corey looks like a model, so it's ridiculous that we talk about it. And also, I don't know. I always thought the stereotype and the cliche was that male models were more like thin.
Yes.
More like less bodybuilder, less muscular. So it's
unless
weird
you were
to
looking
me.
for fitness, like fitness model is a different genre of modeling.
The only time you want those fit bodies is for accessories in a photo or underwear modeling.
Yeah. Athleisure, that kind of moment.
Menswear, tailored menswear, not looking for that at all.
I feel like the models you see on the runways are always more Corey's by that. But beyond that,
they look like Corey and Marvin. A lot of those models.
Corey, also, background as a wedding singer. And I love that he tells all the other contestants, get the Adam Sandler references out of your head right now.
And he sings on his way out.
I will say that was the one thing. I was like, okay.
Yeah, too much. That's my thing. I think Corey is
like, take one thing off.
Yes. Yes.
One personality off. And then Danny comes by and he's like, another personality for Danny. I like Danny as a personality gremlin who's just like picking personalities.
Don comes in next, describes himself as a rapper and club promoter, and when asked what the 3 most important things in his life are, he says, money, women, and attention.
Attention!
Yerk.
And even
Yerk.
Rob.
Even
Rob is like, no.
And then he says it's a constant battle to remain monogamous. Then you shouldn't be monogamous.
I have a friend who looks exactly like Don. And every time I see him, I'm projecting my friend on there. And when he said money, women, and attention, I was like, no, my friend's name. I was like, he would never say that. And I'm like, JW, you can't do this.
I mean, the thing is, Don is gorgeous.
That man is handsome.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just wish
Very
he was
pretty.
a better person because he seems like doo-doo garbage.
Well, also, every woman in the room is like, oh no.
No, you can tell how Don's coming across because the women are like, no, thank you.
I love that Don's like, it's going to be hard not sleeping with everyone. And the women are like, we're not sleeping with you.
And then there is nothing I love more than a misused top model phrase or a misused phrase on top model. Mike says that things in the mixer room went from 0 to 60 and you think, oh, a fight happened because that's how we use that. Things escalated
they all
too
started
fast.
just like making out.
Or either one. Something big happened and it was just a dance line.
Chris S said, let's dance.
Petite Chris was like, it's dance time, right? We're all so bored.
I got the zoomies. I got to get them out.
The zoomie. He is. He's like a Jack
Little
Russell
puppy.
Terrier turned man.
Yeah.
And it's, I think, the last time we actually hear from Lauren. And it was almost my opening quote. It's going to be macadamia nuts. That's how nuts it's going to be.
I want to know.
So now we have a
Lauren's
ranking of
scale.
nuts? Because I feel like we also always
That's
think
a
of the
high
biggest.
difficulty nut.
Boo.
I got a high difficulty nut.
There it is.
Kanani comes in. We learn about her 1.5-year-old daughter.
Samari, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk about someone who is extremely photogenic.
Oh my God. Can't take a bad
Goodness.
picture.
I think she's one of those
Goodness.
people. It's like she's not going to take a bad picture. I wonder if she's going to be like, you don't have a personality or
I
something
was
ridiculous.
distracted by how beautiful she was in like the home photo of her with her daughter.
Uh-huh. And Ronald, good, looks terrible.
That was the only thing that Tyra needed to. That was the moment.
She was like, oh, boop, bye.
And we also get, I think Kanani, to me, and I wrote this in my notes, has almost the most classic, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but like average top model audition, because we get this amount of backstory that growing up to make money, she sold Cuban food and even candy. It gives a little bit of her background. She's from the west side of Chicago. Daughter. It's like the perfect amount
Normal, though.
of story.
Yes.
Of
Mhm.
storytelling for somebody where you're like, I feel like I know you and like you.
Yes.
But the show's not going to give me too much of you yet.
Yeah, we haven't trauma dumped in the interview portion
Yeah.
of the day. We get some ADR about first cut and 26 semifinalists.
I do think Tyra has gotten slightly better at ADR this cycle. She just seems more excited to do it. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's funny that because they're going from 35 to 26, they're only eliminating 9 people. I would be like, well, math says I'm probably fine.
Right?
They're just getting rid of Ronald. That's
Yeah.
the only person they want to get rid of.
Kelly thinks it's going to be a sexy season. She doesn't even say cycle.
A super sexy season for sure.
And then we cut to what we'll find out is going to be their house.
Ugh.
And I
Ugh.
love that whatever bit Brian Boy did with his mask, they cut out because you just start with the mask in his hand.
I love that we got less Brian Boy on screen.
Uh-huh.
B, I love that he's standing there holding this super creepy mask and it's never explained.
Clearly something happened. The show was like, no, thank you.
This house seems like it's at an extremely inconvenient location.
On a hill, right?
They
I
are
almost
in,
felt like it was on a cliff.
well, they're also, it also looks underdeveloped. It looks like
Yes.
when you go to I don't know if this was happening on the East Coast and in California, because they changed a lot of, farmland to housing things. You would go and you could go into like a trial home
Yes.
and like pick your home from the community.
Mm-hmm.
This is what this feels like. Like they're in
I get that.
Calabasas or something.
Like they've only built the first one so far,
Yes.
and there are like ghost homes a
Yes.
couple miles away in each direction.
Very Arrested Development. Yes.
Yes.
Because it must take them probably hours to get anywhere this season. This is not
Yeah.
near anywhere.
And then, is this the dumbest way they've ever had people
Yes.
find
Yeah.
out if they were in or not? Because, like, the love lock fence in Perry, there's a fence with mask on them, but not really mask. It's just paper
No.
plates with
It's-
their full face.
It's referred
With
to as
little holes punched on either side and maybe a string behind.
So
yes.
Hannah and I did a cabaret show
Mhm.
where the theme was Freaky Friday, and I printed out masks that
Yeah,
were
you
our
did.
faces that we could each wear.
Love it.
That is what this was. This is not a wall of masks.
Oh,
This is
Lex,
card
yours-
stock.
Yours were higher quality.
Yeah. This is card stock on a loose, flimsy fence.
And then they have to run up. They have to get them. I love that some of them don't know if they should actually take it off the fence or not. They
course
just kind of
not.
like look at it.
Mhm.
If
So
you see your
the
face
people-
on a mask.
Yeah. Here's the people that I know. I know we've got like technically the whole list, but the notable people that I
Yes.
feel like we lose
Mm-hmm.
are Angel, which for the
Mhm.
best,
Yes.
Ron for our best,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
and Lauren. Aw.
Aw.
Yeah. We also lose Corinne and
Yes.
Adrian.
And then Brian Boy says, for those of you who didn't make it, come follow me. And we get 0 follow-up.
And they walked right off that cliff. I think it's on the other side of this house.
Honestly. Because then he just comes back to let everyone know that not all of them will be living there permanently. Tomorrow, round 2 begins to discover the final 16 of cycle 20.
But we're going to make you live here, even though there's not nearly enough
beds.
bedding.
Uh-huh.
And I was so worried we'd lost Danny, and then I realized he was just behind someone, and we couldn't see him.
Too small.
And this is the reveal that we're going to have 16 finalists, because I truly thought it'd be 14.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we're so used to 14, but this is also
JW, you fall down 7 times, you only have to stand up 8 times.
That's right. And 8 times 2 is what?
16.
2.0.
Diamond. But I also realized, and listeners, if you haven't watched the cycle in a while, it's a longer cycle episode-wise, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess with 16 finalists, if it's mostly 1 elimination per episode, and in these 2...
And then there's a comeback situation.
Oh, yeah.
We have a comeback situation again. I guess we do.
Mhm.
The social media hasn't been mentioned.
At all.
Except
Other than
Brian
Brian
Boy
Boy
exists.
Yeah.
Here to
Social media is only Brian
correspond.
Boy.
And if you're social media, you should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. Because you're social
it's
media.
so weird to have a part 1 of the auditions. Because there's like, how do we end? Where are they now? I don't know. Those 9 people are gone.
I hope Lauren's having fun somewhere.
Yeah. You can rate, review, and subscribe to us on Spotify. You guys, you did it. We're over 200 ratings on Spotify.
The call was answered.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much.
Keep doing it. It really does help. It pushes us up and gets us more visible in our Twilight era. You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
I'm on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on TikTok at JWCrump. And now's a fun time to follow me because I'll be releasing a web series starting in June,
Ooh.
which is probably roughly when this episode's coming out. So now,
Oh. And don't forget to use the hashtag #PodLead'em and where are the boys at? Whenever you do, because we need to know this is a season-long mystery. Where are those boys?
Where are those boys?
are they?
Where are those boys?
Where are the boys? Where are the boys?
So for PodLead'em, I have been Lex Basile Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
PodLead'em is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.